Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the insightful session. We are honored to have with us Nathan Raymond and a visionary entrepreneur who began his journey in Japan at just 14 and has now built a powerful bridge between global talent and Japanese innovation. And today we'll explore his mission of connecting and Pakistan remote workforce are empowering Japanese youth
Yes,
and
yes.
building a global ecosystem through
Yep.
digital collaboration and the GEX credit system. So Nathan, it's truly a pleasure to have us with you. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, thank you so much, Isa.
Okay, so first of all, sir, please introduce yourself to my audience.
Yes, hello, Nathan Raymond. And I have up to this point been in Japan for a while, but now I'm back in New York. And my story also is talking about how I met Rihan and his students. And now I have so many people interested in remote work. And we're a remote work agency. And we are now, yep, gonna be looking for people interested in AI and introducing remote workers as AI agents. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's truly amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, so please tell me you moved to Japan at a very young age, and how did that experience shape your global vision and entrepreneurial mindset?
So Japan is the opposite culture of America. So suddenly, the thing that you're doing every day in your country, now you cannot do it. And I think that just make you develop a different side to you more. And then you have these two sides to you, but you know how to blend. And so you make a hybrid, a mix. Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah.
We really, truly appreciate your early journey and how it's inspired such a powerful global. So,
Mm.
please tell me, what inspired you to connect Japanese companies and with international remote work, and especially from Pakistan?
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now is I had opportunities. There were my city had a connection to Japan City, and they did this at the government level using tax dollars. But those days, people had more money. And now there's some global events where everybody is really worried about their money. So now, we now that experience I had allows me to make it so, between Japan and America, I've been traveling also over that time to recreate a way we could make a global connection, but it doesn't cost any money. But then my story that I'm telling people is when I met Rihan and I met Rihan students, and they're calling me for interviews. They want to do podcasts. And I said, this is the exact same thing that actually the people in America and people in Japan is asking me for. Everybody want attention, time, attention, and communication. Okay, everybody want attention. But now the new thing they want attention is AI, or remote work. So, that's why we could begin a new type of remote work. And the people who have all studied from Rihan, they all have his blueprint, his, yeah, something about Rihan in every student. So this is a new model, this way that you can design a model, and everybody who see your model, it copies their model into them. Yeah, it's a pattern of behavior. Yep. So that's what. So that's that. So in Japan, when they want me to help them learn English, what English? There's so much different English you could talk about, but we focus it into the English that will do the remote work with Pakistan people. You focus that English. And yeah, and now Pakistan person knows what English to focus on because Pakistan people, they don't, English is not their first language, but they're speaking English. This is something I'm noticing about Pakistan people, but not Japanese people. They study English. They know a lot of English in their head, but they never tried. They never, because in front of other Japanese people, they don't want to make a mistake. But they shouldn't be talking to other Japanese people to speak English. They should be talking to somebody from another country. Yeah. So,
Oh wow, thank you so much.
yeah.
So, the speed of global cooperation is incredible, inspiring, and forward
Yes.
thinking. So,
Yes.
can you explain the core idea behind your remote work and agency and how it benefit both Japanese companies and global talent?
Amazing question. And I have an app that when people download it, we can all be an agency. And I have an agent training. Everyone get the same training. So the app, everybody could download the app, but not everybody can use the app well. The app is made for content creator. So now you are a content creator doing podcasts with me, but on the app, we can also be different content creator by take video of your city. So through your eye, we're remote travel to your city. And we have the list of 12 category of business from my location outside your city. I can identify the places that if the Japanese person is using this English, the place they use the English is like either university or at a travel destination, or yeah, the training explain it. And then so, but really, since I met Rihan students, though, I could come up with you know, the, us be remote work agency. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah, good. Your model of mutual growth and opportunities is truly commendable. So, how do you see Pakistan's remote work force and contribution to global innovation and digital transformation?
See, now I think that question you asked me is the question that Rihan asked himself, right? He asked himself, what could he do? And he did do that. But like I said, now the most important thing is for Rihan to be successful. And maybe you say, okay, he's already successful, Nate. He doesn't need you to help him. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's true. But I'm just saying that Rihan school students now, they are remote work ready. And they need someone like me who can say to America and Japan that, look, now we have these remote workers from Rihan's school. And I think each remote worker who gets on speed meeting and is meeting Americans and Japanese, they don't need me anymore. I don't need to be the most popular person. I have a family, I have a wife, I have 3 kids. I want to, I'm happy. I'm so happy that I can do this and be with them. And that's, my focus. But at the same time, what I'm doing now is for them too, because I have 3 kids and I want them to learn English, but English education doesn't exist in Japan that allow for a real speaking situation. And usually, if they met someone like you, they'd be very shy and like, oh no, what if I make a mistake? And, they are silent. They don't, but you could understand that mindset because Pakistan and Japan, it's kind of Asia, Asia culture. But so me coming from America, the West, we really do have more social culture, like social. So, but when I'm introducing Rihan school students, you guys don't mind if they make a mistake because you're also the AI communication agent. Like, I'm just introducing you as a coach, same as somebody who their weight is very heavy, big, but they need to exercise, but they don't like to exercise alone. But when they're with you, it's fun. Like you could play game, you can make a mistake. It's okay. Like this type of energy we just bring to them and they really happy. The space. Yeah, that's what a metaverse is. A metaverse is like an online space. So we need like a safe space, where now uh I'm from New York, so I do want us to meet in New York, but if I introduce Japan now, Japan and New York is too big of a gap of culture. But if I introduce Japan and Pakistan, I think this is a very good first step. A good first step. And then Pakistan is helping Japan because you will be between America and Japan, like in between. Like then they'll will really like you. They'll really appreciate you. And
Oh,
then,
thank you so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we appreciate your recognition of emerging talent and its global impact. Thank you. So the idea of travel is becoming a brand in unique. And how does this concept work in practice?
So you have 2 choices, right? You could pay a lot of money for your image. You could buy these photographers, image consultants. They'll take pictures of you. Yay, you're great, you're great. And then the money goes bye bye and they go bye bye. Or or you and 19 remote workers, you can gather for 1 hour online my Zoom through my app, and I gather 20 Japanese for Zoom on my app, and you online speaking with 20 Japanese people one on one. This doesn't cost any money. And this is showing that you are international. Like, look, I'm speaking with Japanese people. And then when I have a Zoom meeting with America, like, look, I'm speaking with America people. And then we'll go with all different countries. So that's going to be you. You're going to be an international person. What do you think?
Yeah, quite good. And this creative approach of to marketing and storytelling is truly impressive. So, what role do Japanese youth 16 to 22 play in your vision, and how are you empowering them?
Okay, so then it goes to my story. My times I went to Japan was from 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. I was going to Japan, but at 23 is when I graduated college. And then at 24, I went to Japan to teach English. So that's what my story is. So if people ask you what your story is, I don't tell you just to have fun, like, oh, and tell you about how great I am. No, every second that you speak with me, it invests your time in that the information I give you is the information you're using because this really is not what you know, but who you know. So a lot of time when you say you know me, that take away a lot of time to for someone to to speak to someone to understand what to do, and that's what our names become. That So yeah, that's why when you see there is the 12 categories of conversation, it is 12 categories of a trip. So in the morning, 8 a.m. to at night, 10 p.m., you have so many 1 hour potential times, just like a calendar for Calendly, that you making these appointments for interviews. But now, instead of these podcast interviews, it's going to be these 12 categories of business. So this is going to be interesting, I think, because anything you do become a routine, a habit. But when you're driving a car, you got first gear, second gear, and then third gear. It's an engine. Automation is an engine, but you have to know how to rev the engine and now get to a higher level. But that's where I come into play. So I'm a needed teacher of what I'm teaching, but I don't have everything, but I have this one missing piece that we're going to make remote work. Yeah, we're creating it.
Nice. Your focus on youth empowerment is highly admirable and impactful. So, can you explain the GEX and create system and how it
Yeah.
support global collaboration?
Okay, so tokenization is the new trend. And the JEX credit system, it is taking money that we're getting from companies. And that money from companies is the money we get for their marketing. And again, we are the opposite of a high cost marketing company. So now, if you're a big marketing company, you'll charge $10,000. You will run a lot of ads on Facebook. You will run a lot of ads on YouTube, things like that, right? But for us, instead of paying that money to our company and we run those ads, they're paying us money, and a lot of companies are paying us money. We're collecting that money to make a bank. That bank of money, we allow people like you and others to get that money when you have conversations with foreign people. So that's what the Jex credit. Yeah.
Yeah, this innovation system reflects a deep understanding of modern digital ecosystems. Yeah.
Yes.
So please tell me what challenges have you faced while building this cross-border initiative, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. So again, it's the who you know and not what you know, but it is timing. So what I'm doing, it's not because anybody ever paid me money to do it, because this has just been my own inner entrepreneurship. But the problem is that a lot of people, they don't have time to spend on their projects because they have to make money. They're busy. But now my situation, I do have time, and I'm just the only one that has time. So I've used my time to just take what I've done, and now that I have this app, it really is the next step. And I created a C corporation. That's something you got to learn about, an LLC, limited liability corporation. But I have something better, a C corporation. And a C corporation means that, I can go to a bank and I can get a lot of money from a loan. But if I have a loan from the company, from the bank, I need to have a business. And right now, my business is introducing you. So, do you think a bank will give me a loan for introducing you? You have to believe that, yes, you are somebody worth introducing. And maybe you say to yourself, what? I'm not somebody who is worth introducing. This Nathan guy is crazy. He is not going to have a good business. But I'm telling you, Isa, you are enough right now that I could take someone like you. I could have part of my remote work agency of remote workers. I could go to universities. I could go to companies and say, I have 20 people ready to go for a speed meeting event. Yes, you can do this, Isa. You can do it. And don't worry, after you'll know the next steps. But just for example, right now, your pattern of behavior is asking people for speed meeting. No, sorry, asking people for an interview. Maybe it takes 20 days to find someone like me. But if you go to one speed meeting event in 1 hour, you will meet 20 people and you will already know what they're doing. So the questions you have is more about their interest and skill and dream, where they're more feeling like fun, like, just talk about the fun thing they like. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for appreciate me. Once again, thank you. So, thank you so much. So, my next question is, please tell me, how can young people from Pakistan get involved in your platform and or remote work agency?
Okay. Well, but the first step is you have to believe. I mean, look, let's be honest. America sometimes doesn't have people saying good things about it. It's fine, right? And sometimes Japan doesn't have good people saying things about it. But Pakistan, you can really change that. You can make America better. Don't complain about things. Yes, it's very difficult, the countries, because you have 50% of people, they don't agree with each other. It's like sometimes 51 and 49, so something can happen. But the more you will help me to make our remote work agency, you are a remote work agent. we make websites, okay? You can do whatever you want. I'm here. I'm here to be a partner in your entrepreneurship. I will tell the right story that I was in Japan, I was in America, I was trying to connect them, but only until I met Pakistan and these remote workers could I create the agency that now we could make Japan and America better. And when we're introducing you, it's not that, it's, yes, you're from Pakistan, but that doesn't matter what country now because we're AI agents of our app. So, and we're going to have from many countries, but always, if Pakistan will do this now with us, all the countries will be telling the same story I am, that it was because Pakistan understood the value, and they will tell Rihan's story. And Rihan can say, my students are successful because I helped also. I will be happy with that too. I'm happy with that.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
very appreciate you and thank you so much once again.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, thank you so much. So, my interview time is ended. I'm ended this session. Thank you so much once
Okay. Thank you so
again.
much. Yes. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for sharing your incredible journey and visionary ideas with us today. And your work is not just about business; it's about building bridges and between
Yes.
cultures, improving youth, and shaping shaping the future of the global collaboration. And we
Yes.
truly appreciate your time and the inspiration you have shared. Wishing you continued success in creating amazing opportunities worldwide.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much
Thank
for
you.
joining
Bye
us. Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye. Allah
Bye
Hafiz.
bye.